So anytime you take a kids that play together that's got the kind of size and ability and intelligence that these kids have, they should mold into a real fine basketball team, and I think that's what we're going to see here tonight. An excellent high school basketball team with a bunch of kids that have grown up with each other, and they know what each other's going to do all night long.
Clay County, on the other hand, Ken Jones, led by Richie Farmer. He is rated as the best underclassman in Kentucky. He stands 6 foot. He's quite a guard, and also Clay County has a good cast around him as well.
Well, Bobby Keith, Coach Bobby Keith of Clay County, says that Richie is the best point guard in the state. Underclassman, upperclassman, whatever. He says best point guard in the state. Tonight, I think, Jeff, we'll see a matchup in the backcourt that maybe tops in the state. Both teams have a fine pair of guards. The biggest question in my mind, can Paintsville beat the Clay County pressure? Can Clay County stop Pelfrey with 6'2"? Pelfrey going 6'7". Should they beat Clay County's pressure, then can Clay County stop Pelfrey inside?
I think at the point you brought up there, Clay County definitely the smaller club. 5 inches giving up. John Pelfrey at 6'7". Their biggest man is 6'2". Joining me now to talk about tonight's game, head coach Bobby Keith. Bobby, you come into this game tonight here in Paintsville. This place is packed, and I tell you what, I guess you feel like you come into a hornet's nest, haven't you?
Well, about half those Hornets up there are Clay County Tigers, so even though we're on their floor and playing with their officials, we got a lot of home people here, and it's just it's a great high school basketball game when you see about 2,500 people out here rooting for 2 mountain teams to do well.
Bobby, we talked this week. Last season, you lost Woody Asher and Sean Pennington, and that made you have to go with a smaller club this season, but it seems like it hasn't affected you any. You're 23-1 on the season right now, and I'm sure that you'll use your quickness and speed tonight to offset Paintsville's size.
Well, we're going to press them a great deal, try to match up strong, put some pressure on them, and hope that we come out with a real good game. Of course, they have 2 of the premier guards anywhere in the state of Kentucky, and Atkins and Minix, and then Pelfrey and Couch inside can play with anyone, so we got some matchups that I really don't think we can stop them. We're just going to try to hold them as well as we can.
Bobby, I know something may not be on your mind tonight, but I got to ask you about it. The pairings for the state tournament out today, and you will play the 8th region if you win the 13th region. I should say the 9th region if you win the 13th region. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it was a good draw for the 13th region. 9th region's got some nice ball clubs, but you stayed away from 4 or 5 of the pure powerhouses in the state, and that's we should be able to do that for 1, maybe 2 games. That's the best you can ask for.
Bobby, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Bobby Keith, the head basketball coach of the Clay County Tigers. When we return, I'll talk with Bill Mike Runyon, the 5th-year head coach of the Paintsville Tigers. Stay with us. Joined now by Bill Mike Runyon, the head coach of the Paintsville Tigers. Bill Mike, I guess no surprise, a capacity crowd here at your place for this exciting mountain basketball matchup tonight.
Well, Jeff, I had no idea Clay County was going to bring as many people as they brought. They brought probably 500-600 people, looks like to me, and they get an excellent following. Of course, when you win, you get that kind of following.
Well, something we talked about just yesterday, you told me that you don't feel that you can get in an up-tempo game with Clay County. You're going to use your size, which you have in this game. You've got obviously the size advantage in John Pelfrey at 6'7", and you're going to play more of a half-court game than try to play with them the whole floor.
Well, I feel like we have to play half-court. I don't feel like as quick as Clay County is that we can get in an up-tempo game, and if we keep it half-court, we've got a good shot at winning.
Let's talk about the defensive matchups tonight. I'm sure that we'll see you go man-to-man and probably mix it up a little bit tonight, won't you? And, of course, you'll press.
Well, we're going to press, and we'll stay man-to-man most of the night, I'm sure of that. I think one of the key matchups tonight is going to be Minix and Farmer. I told Mike at the start of the week on Monday that he was going to guard Richie Farmer tonight and try to get himself ready for that.
Something I asked Bobby Keith about, I've got to ask you as well. Of course, the state pairings came out today. He's the favorite in the 13th. You're the favorite in the 15th. How do you feel about drawing the 12th region?
Well, I felt that was a good draw for the 15th region, but we're not in a very good bracket, I'll tell you that. You look at the AP and UPI polls, and I count them up, 7 of the top 10 teams that are ranked right now are in that top bracket.
Bill Mike, thanks for your time. Best of luck to you and your club. This is going to be a dandy.
It's going to be a good one. Thank you.
Bill Mike Runyon, the head coach of the Paintsville Tigers. When we return, the starting lineups and play-by-play. Thanks 7th in the AP poll with a 22-4 mark. Clay County 23-1. That lone loss coming to Lexington Bryan Station in the first round of the Pulaski County tournament. And there we have an announcement right before the game tonight that Mike Minix has announced that he will play his baseball at Vanderbilt University. Of course, just last week, Joey Couch said he would play at UK football next season. Now we're going to get the starting lineups, and let's go down to our public address announcer, Jim Wheeler. The introduction of players from Jim Wheeler, the public address announcer. We're just about set for high school basketball action, mountain style. Probably the finest game in the state tonight, at least as far as the matchup's concerned. Paintsville 7th this week in the Associated Press poll. Clay County number 2, and we're just about set to throw it up.
Jeff, it's super to have two high school teams like this out of the mountains here. We can all be proud of these guys, and I hope both teams have an excellent ball game here tonight.
That's Farmer and Pelfrey set to jump it up at midcourt. Richie Farmer, the junior, Pelfrey, the senior, Mr. Basketball candidate, and the Tigers control. Richie Farmer could probably be considered for Mr. Basketball this year in his junior season.
Say he's a fine high school basketball player.
Clay County opens up in a 2-3 zone, and Keith Atkins misses from long range. Gets his own rebound, though. Gets it to Gray. Now to Pelfrey on the baseline. Let's see. He'll be called for a charging foul. Charge on Pelfrey, his first, and that's a team first on Paintsville. We might also mention our officials for tonight's game out of the 16th region. Dickie Hall, who just then made the call, and the official you see with the basketball is Marvin Moore.
Both of these are veteran officials, Jeff.
Marvin Moore, a veteran official out of the 16th region for a long time. He's the principal at Round County High School in Moorhead. Clay County now with it in front court. That's Farmer, guarded by Minix. You heard Bill Mike Runyon in the pregame show. He told Mike that that's the assignment he would draw this week. And let's see if we have a charging foul on this end this time. We do.
Unusual start, Jeff. 2 fouls, 2 offensive fouls.
Well, the coaches like to see consistency, Kenny, and I think probably right there is about as consistent as you can be.
That went on Charlie Robinson. His first, team first on Clay County. So both teams now with 1 foul each, and Clay County coming with full court pressure, which you heard head coach Bobby Keith say in the pregame show that he would. In fact, you'll see both coaches come with a lot of that tonight. Pelfrey pulls up from 15, no. Rebound Minix, turnaround shot at short. Minix with a rebound. I think that both of these teams might be a little tied here in the early going. Might have the jitters. That's Couch inside, off the window and in.
First Couch is that 6'3", 240-pound football player that Jerry Claiborne signed to a contract the other day, Jeff. We're glad to see guys like that go to the big blue country.
Couch will be coming to Kentucky along with Freddie Maggard out of Cumberland. As Farmer shoots, no good. Pelfrey with a board. Up the floor, Tigers bust out, couch good. Well, I guess the Tigers considered that if they get the opportunity like that, they would actually go for the fast break, but otherwise head coach Bill Mike Runyon said no, he just wanted to keep it in a half-court game, and head coach Bobby Keith calls a timeout, his first of the game. It comes with 6:26 to play in the first quarter, and the Tigers are on top of Clay County 4-0. Clay County cheerleaders on the floor during this timeout as Paintsville jumps out to a 4-0 lead. And Bobby Keith calling a timeout to get his house in order. You know, Kent, we were talking a moment ago about Joey Couch signing with the University of Kentucky, and I thought it was interesting on the game that we had a couple of weeks ago, Cumberland and Whitesburg at Cumberland. Joey Couch's father and Freddie Maggard's father played together at Carr Creek, and now their sons will play football together at the University of Kentucky.
It's kind of ironical that they're both playing in an opposite sport, though, football rather than basketball.
Right. Clay County to bring it the length of the floor. That's Richie Farmer. And knocked out of bounds by Mike Minix. You might have heard us say, as this game came on, Mike Minix announcing tonight, or the announcement was made tonight that he will attend Vanderbilt University on a baseball scholarship. Out of bounds, it'll still belong to Clay County after the missed shot.
And speaking of Vanderbilt, Jeff, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but Coach C.M. Newton, basketball coach for the Commodores, is in the attendance tonight.
He's one of the many fans here tonight, and of course, he's got his eyes on one John Pelfrey. He would like very much for him to be at Vanderbilt next season. Minix misses the shot inside. Clay County with a rebound. That's Farmer.
Coach Keith's going 1-4 offense, trying to give Farmer the paint to drive down, work one-on-one a little.
Inside, put back up and in by Russell Chadwell. Finally getting Clay County on the scoreboard. 5:35 to play first quarter, and Paintsville on top 4-2. That's Atkins all the way down, pulls up. Clay County fans want walking.
Jeff, I noticed Paintsville's very deliberate against the press of Clay County. Of course, passing the ball and doing a good job in order to break that press.
Pelfrey baseline good. John's first two. He averages 19.9 a game. They say it's come down just a little bit in the last couple of games. He's been below his average. Inside, Chadwell no good. Rebound down to the Tigers of Paintsville. Wide open, Minix up and in.
Kenny, we were talking about the 1-3-1 press, and right here it is. Paintsville's got it on out there right now.
8-2, Paintsville. Baseline, no good. Shot missed by Robinson. Tigers want to run. That's Jarrett Gray up and in. 10-2. And Bobby Keith wants another timeout. His second here in this first quarter. And the Paintsville Tigers have stormed out to a 10-2 lead over the Clay County Tigers with 4:37 to play in the first period. Sort of surprising here in this first quarter. Clay County has fallen behind 10-2. Clay County's biggest deficiency, they can't make the easy bucket so far.
Well, there's two things, Jeff. One of those is they're not able to convert the layups on one end, and then, of course, Paintsville breaking the press.
Coach Keith has already used half his timeouts allotted for the game, trying to reorganize Clay County.
Richie Farmer finally gets his first bucket of this game as he banks one off the window. Farmer coming in, averaging 23.5 a game. 10-4 now with 4:10 to play first quarter. There's a turnover. Chadwell. And that'll be a blocking foul on Atkins. Keith Atkins charged with the blocking foul, his first.
Looked like a good call from here, Jeff.
Certainly did.
Both feet moving. Of course, Paintsville, some of the fans wanting a charge on that one also.
Of course, nobody's ever happy with that blocking and charging thing. It could go either way lots of times.
Not a shooting foul. Clay County plays it inside. Joey Couch. No, they say it goes to Clay County. No. Now Dickie Hall, I believe, has reversed his call. He has. He made a mistake and corrected it very quickly, and it'll still belong to Clay County. Joey Couch knocked that thing out of bounds.
He just pointed in the wrong direction.
That's right.
On that one, Jeff.
Russ Farmer inbounds, loose basketball. Coming up with it is Jackson. He turns and misses. And Farmer powers it back up and in. Richie Farmer. 10-6. Paintsville by 4. 3:50 to play first quarter. Tigers, the Paintsville Tigers, that is, have led by as many as 8 in this game. Pelfrey misses. Rebound, and let's see who's over the back. I believe it's Jared Gray, number 14 for Paintsville.
I tell you, anytime a guy comes in from the rear like that, 99% of the time, they will get him for over the back.
It is on Gray. That is his third. I'm sorry, his first team third on Paintsville. Clay County to bring the length to the floor.
Jeff, Paintsville jumped out here to a 10-2 lead, but I can tell you what, it's going to be a ball game.
I tell you what, folks, this guy right here can make them from anywhere, anyhow. Richie Farmer has 6. Clay County back within 2, and no, Cat, you're right. Don't anticipate this game to be a blowout. Couch on the other end puts it in, and a blocking foul. Give Joey the bucket. Joey with 6 now. The foul goes on Charlie Robinson, his second, team second on Clay County.
Pete said on that one, Jeff, it looked like he leaned under. Just leaning, got to give the man a place to come down.
This will send Joey Couch to the free throw line. As I said, already 6 points in this game. He's a 64% free throw shooter. He averages 11.6 a game. Eyes it. It's there.
Jeff, this Paintsville Ball Club has been all over the country playing basketball in the last 2 or 3 years, so these kids are well experienced. They've traveled from Myrtle Beach, you name it. They've been all over the country playing basketball.
Farmer, no good. Pelfrey clears it out. John coming in averaging 8.1 on the defensive boards. That's Atkins directing the offense. He's the only junior that starts for Paintsville, and he'll shoot from long range, and he hits. Atkins, I'll tell you what, he's one of the finest juniors in the state as well.
They look good on that one.
He can fill it up with the best of them. I sometimes wonder when Pelfrey is gone and all of the others are gone, if even though Atkins is a fine player, you'll hear about him, but you won't hear about him like maybe you would have this season. There's a foul that time on the Tigers.
So number 14.
That would be Jared Gray on Jared, number 2. And that is the team fourth on Paintsville.
Eugene Rawlings just checked into the game for Charles Robinson on the Clay County side.
Rawlings, number 54, a 6'2 sophomore, 220. Into the game now for Clay County.
Jeff, a lot of people worry about losing all their players off of their teams each year. You know, their seniors and the kids that move on to college. Well, most of the time, they have taught those younger kids how to play, and they step in there and take their place quite well most times.
Chadwell can't get the second throw to fall. And on the rebound, they say it will go to Clay County.
I tell you, I think he got a break that time. It looked like it definitely hit the Black's leg as it went out of bounds.
Inbounds Farmer. Atkins clears it down for Paintsville. All the way down in the paint, pulls up, he hits. Keith Atkins has 4. Paintsville on top now, 17-9. That equals the Tigers' biggest lead with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Farmer sees an opening, takes it to the hole, it's good.
That's not Richie, that's his younger brother.
That was Russ that time, you're right. Richie and Russ. Russ is a sophomore, Richie a junior.
I tell you, his shot looked very much like his brother's there.
Yes, it did. 17-11, Minix in the paint, won't go down.
There's a beautiful execution of the offense that time. They threw the ball into the big man in the middle, and he fanned it out on the corner there, and the man was wide open, had a beautiful shot. Just didn't go down for him.
Clay County a chance to cut it to 4 with a bucket here. Inside, that's Farmer. Russ again hits. 17-13, minute 20 first quarter. As we said in the pregame show, this is the rubber match between these two clubs. They met twice last year. Paintsville won in the championship of the AIT, the Ashland Invitational, by 3. But Clay County got him in Manchester. Beautiful pass. Pelfrey to Minix.
Great pass by Belfry that time.
Clay County stuck Paintsville in Manchester by 14 in the two clubs' last meeting, but in that meeting, Joey Couch didn't play. Mike Minix had the flu, played limitedly. So we've seen two clubs now at 100% against one another tonight. Inside, what do we have? Traveling. That goes on Kevin Jackson, the traveling violation. Turnover on Clay County.
Jeff, there was a lot of contact that time, but the defensive man had his position, so they, rather than calling a charge, he elected to call traveling on the offensive man that time.
I say both teams at 100% as Atkins should say keep. He hits it again.
I'll tell you what, Coach Newton is seeing some mountain basketball out there in this first quarter.
He certainly is. I have to think he has to be a bit interested in that junior guard from Paintsville as well. He has made a lot of trips up here to take a look at Pelfrey. In fact, he was here Saturday night when they played Clark County. From the corner, no good. Pelfrey clears it out. There's a half-court shot at the buzzer, no good. I saw Pelfrey at Johnson Central make one of those this season from about that spot on the floor at the end of the first quarter, but this time for Clay County at 21-13. That one loss to Lexington Bryan Station, that was in the first round of the Pulaski County Invitational. Wolf County, a fine 14th region team, won that tournament this season.
Bryan Station, excuse me, Jeff. Bryan Station has a fine team. They have one of the best underclassmen in the state in Nick Allen. I had the opportunity to watch them play. And Bobby Washington's got a fine team this year.
Both of these teams, as I mentioned in the pregame, were in Lexington the past two seasons, defending the 13th and 15th region champions respectively last year. Hopkinsville defeated Paintsville last year in the first round. Inside, Farmer, no good. Rawlings with it, back up and in. Eugene Rawlings off the bench, his first two. And the Paintsville lead back to 6 at 21-15. Atkins into front court now as he works it to the right side. Head fake inside, Pelfrey, good. John has 4, 23-15.
Atkins, good penetration on that play. He just
have a whistle, and let's see.
There's too many people on the floor. I think it's getting a little crowded down there.
Folks, we got a capacity crowd here like you wouldn't believe, and as you see how close the fans are to the floor here at this gymnasium. And there, as you see, as we pan up, the crowd here at this gymnasium, it is packed.
I believe that's the 5th announcement that the PA man has made to clear the floor, but there's just no place to go.
Shot won't fall, a foul on the rebound, and it's to go on Clay County. And it'll go on Kevin Jackson, number 20, his first, team third on Clay County. Clay County got to the quarterfinals last year of the state tournament before losing to eventual champion Pulaski County. And in 1985, Clay County finished runners-up in the Sweet 16 to Hopkinsville. They lost it by 1, 65-64. Gray has it batted out of his hands. It'll belong to the Paintsville.
That game against Hoptown, Jeff, most people felt, and I'm sure the Clay Countyans feel, they should have won that game.
Well, you guys didn't get to hear it, but I did ask both coaches how they felt about today's state tournament draw, which was held this afternoon at 2 o'clock. And both of them seem to be real pleased with the draw. Inside Couch. Now, I say that a bit presumptuously. Both teams have to win to get there, but right now they are the favorites in their respective regions. That's Farmer, Russ Farmer. He's got 6 points. Clay County to within 8, 25-17 with 6:38 to play in the half. The 15th region, which Paintsville is in, as Pelfrey misses and Farmer gets the rebound. The 15th region through the 12th region. The favorite there may be Laurel County. Inside, taking it all the way through the paint, laying it in is Russ Chadwell.
Several teams in the 12th playing well right now. You've got Monticello, you've got Somerset, Danville, I believe.
That's probably the most open region in the whole state.
Pelfrey misses everything I thought it was interesting at that draw today. Dave Fraley, the coach of the defending Pulaski County Maroons, did the drawing. Loose basketball picked up by Gray for Paintsville. And, of course, his team last year won that 12th region and went on to win the state tournament. Atkins, no. Rebound, and Jared Gray is fouled. Russ Farmer, his first. Team fourth on Clay County.
Both teams will be in the bonus from this point on.
As Dave Fraley drew out the numbers for the positions in the boys' Sweet 16 this year, I thought it was funny. He said, when they pulled out number 13, he said, it's like snow in February, Clay County. That's Minix from the corner.
Are you meaning to tell me that they can guarantee that Clay County's going to be there?
Well, when you've won it 17 times since 1953, you got to wonder.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, there's another reason. You look at Kaywood, Bell County, Middlesboro, Corbin, you've got lots of schools that could be
Minix. You're right about that, Chet. 8 points for Mike Minix and Tigers, Paintsville Tigers, that is, up by their biggest of 10, 21-19, with 5:05 to play. Other end, wide open, Charlie Robinson uses the glass.
Jeff, you got to hand it to this little Clay County group. None of those kids are over 6 feet tall, except maybe one boy. Of course, Paintsville is very large. They're 6'7", 6'3", 6'3", much larger, but these little kids are playing right with them.
Inside, Couch kicks it back out. Last year they had a big club with Sean Pennington and Woody Asher as Pelfrey misses. And this year Bobby Key said he had to go with a different type of club, a quick club, a small quick club, and well, it's paid off. They're 23-1 coming into the night. Richie Farmer in the paint, good.
Right now, Jeff, Paintsville's only getting one shot at the basket. They're not getting any putbacks, even though they are a larger team.
Clay County cuts it to within 6 at 29-23.
I think we have an injury timeout. One of the kids, Russ Farmer's injured, so they call timeout to give him a chance to get off the floor.
Farmer might have caught a finger in the eye or something to that effect.
Jeff, on tournament play, Clay County in the 49th, and they've got Jackson County by virtue of a seed, and Coach Keith says the seed there is according to the Litkin House ratings in the Courier Journal.
Clay County comes up with it. Paintsville this week drawing for the 57th district, which will be played right here on this same floor. Won't go down this time for Farmer. That's Pelfrey on the break. The Couch, back to Pelfrey. Traveling.
So, Jeff, I'm amazed at Pelfrey, the way he throws the ball. He's an excellent passer. He's found men open all night long.
As I said, the 57th district, as we get a replacement now for Paintsville, Todd Burchell comes into the game. And taking a seat is Jared Gray. And now Eugene Rawlings comes out, or comes back in, rather, to the Clay County lineup, and Kevin Jackson takes a seat. I talked to both coaches this week. They said they probably would not go very deep on their benches in this game, depending upon foul trouble. Maybe no more than 6 or 7 players for each coach tonight. That's Russ Farmer. Shot no good. There's a push-off inside. And I think it's on Pelfrey. It is on John. Number 2, the 5th team foul on Paintsville. And this will send Eugene Rawlings to the free throw line. Rawlings is 6'2", sophomore, 220.
Jeff, I think that the Clay County Tigers are blocking out so well. I think Pelfrey felt like he needed to get in the game a little bit and got a little too rough with it.
Shot rims off by Rawlings, and Paintsville gets the rebound. So far in this game, we've seen both teams play just 6 men. One man per team off the bench. As Atkins hits from long range, Keith has 8. And Paintsville goes back on top by 8 again at 31-23.
Atkins working on that Clay County zone. They're trying to help out on the big men down low, and Atkins has popped in 4, I believe, from 15 to 20 feet.
Looks like very, very close to the three-point play would be in college, Kenny.
Less than 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Richie Farmer inside. He uses the window. Farmer has 10. He's the first player to reach double figures in this game. He does it quite easily, too. He averages 23.5 a game. I'd like to remind you, we got a couple of dandy halftime features coming up at halftime. We'd like for you to stay with them as we'll take a look at Clay County basketball and the success that the team has enjoyed under Bobby Keith in his 17 seasons at Clay County. And then after that, we'll talk with Paintsville's legendary head football coach, Walter Brew. Shot by Minix goes completely over the backboard and out of bounds. So Clay County will have it. 2:16 to play in the half. Clay County trails it by 6, 31-25. Can cut it to 4 with a bucket. Russ Farmer does. Farmer has 8. He and Richie have 18 of Clay County's 27 points. And it's a 4-point game now. Clay County fans are getting behind their Tigers, trying to get them back in this game before halftime. They trail it by 4. 31-27 with 1:45 to play in the half. Atkins silences the crowd from the corner. He's reached double figures.
No way Clay County can leave Keith out there all by himself. With that much time, he'll hit it from anywhere.
He can knock it down. In it in the half. Tigers, Clay County, throw it away.
Jeff, you mentioned Coach Brew of Paintsville, the football coach. Of course, most of these kids on this basketball team played football for Coach Brew here the last 4 years, and they've been very successful in the state playoffs. So these kids are well-rounded.
Not only did these kids play for Coach Brew, but their fathers played for Coach Brew. Inside, Pelfrey, good. Coach Brew has been here 38 seasons, well, 37 currently, 37 years. Head coach for 32. Next season will be his 32nd. Second active winningest coach in Kentucky on the gridiron. Shot no good. Farmer gets his rebound. Wide open underneath is Robinson. He puts it in.
I tell you, it looked like Minix got a little itchy to take off on the run out.
He was backing away from a rebound that time. You don't do that.
35-29. Beautiful pass. Minix on the baseline. No good. Robinson with a board. Clay County with 33 seconds. Let's see if they'll go for one. No, they're in a hurry, and there's a turnover. Atkins comes up with it now. He will give it to Pelfrey. 20 seconds to play in the half. Pelfrey on the baseline. Kicks it out. Atkins, no. Rebound down to Farmer with 11 seconds. Clay County trailing by 6. Richie will come down and probably just pop it. Puts it up. It's good. And that's the end of the first half. And the Paintsville Tigers lead the Clay County Tigers by 4 at intermission, 35-31. Keith, the 47-year-old Clay County coach, now in his 17th season at the Manchester School, has guided the Tigers to 9 of those titles. 4 consecutive from 73 to 76, back-to-back titles in 78 and 79, a single trip in 81, and in 85, the Tigers finished runners-up to Hopkinsville in the Sweet 16 before returning to Rupp Arena last year. What's the key to Clay County's success?
We're lucky. We keep good individuals coming year after year. Sometimes we graduate the whole team. We still come back with a winning ball club. We've never failed to win 20 ball games at least during the last 17 years. In fact, we've won 472 and lost only 80, which is the best record in the state. And that's contributable to some good fan support. Our administration stands behind our athletic program well, and we've been fortunate to have some great individuals.
Keith's record during his 16 seasons ranks best in the state, but the honor he wants most has eluded him, a state championship.
I don't think of anything that could be nicer than a state title. We did get to the finals in 1985. We lost to Hopkinsville 65-64 in a ball game I really felt like we should have won, but that's the closest we've got. It's difficult for a mountain team to get there. Seems like most years you're lacking either a good guard or you're lacking a good inside fella.
Even though Keith has never grasped the brass ring yet, he's logged many great memories at Clay County over the years, but maybe the most memorable was his first regional championship.
I think the first one is sometimes the hardest one to get. After that, they sort of fall in line, seems like a little bit. But the first time you win a regional tournament and compete in Rupp Arena or Freedom Hall in Louisville, you're going to remember that for many, many years.
Keith graduated from Clay County High in 1958 and played on regional champion teams in both his junior and senior years. And to later become head coach at his alma mater was a dream come true.
Of course, that's been so long ago, it's hard to remember, but I can remember that that was one thing that I always wanted to do from the time I was a small boy. And I must have been crazy.
Even though Keith has been so successful at Clay County and not being one to rest on his laurels, he never feels it's time to move on. He says every season is a new challenge.
Every year is a new season, and it seems like you start all over. You start with different individuals, maybe even start with a different type of ball club. So every year is just a different type of challenge and a different type of team to work with. Even though you won maybe last year, and even though you won last week, people have a tendency to remember what you did in the last ball game. So I'm hoping our last one turns out to be a good one.
But as far as you're concerned, within Kentucky, you're at home, you're where you want to be, you're at the pinnacle.
I can't think of a high school that I would rather be at than Clay County.
Clay County head basketball coach, Bobby Keith. Our halftime show will continue with a look at Paintsville's legendary football coach, Walter Brew, in just a moment. The basketball Tigers of Paintsville have been successful over the years, but nothing like the past 2 seasons, winning back-to-back region titles. But tradition in football runs deepest at the Johnson County School. That's attributable to a head coach who's been there 31 years, Walter Brew, and there's no place he'd rather be.
It seems like yesterday when I first started, but it's been a pleasure, and it's been a real fine career for me to be here in Paintsville that long, and I've had some great kids.
Brew, a 1947 Paintsville graduate, has amassed 229 wins against 97 losses and 5 ties at PHS, making him the second active most winningest football coach and third of all time in Kentucky. Over the years, he says his philosophy of the game has changed in only one area.
When I first started coaching, I thought there wasn't anything as such as far as the pass was concerned, because I really didn't believe in it. I was a 3 yards in a cloud of dust man, but we have gone away from the running game a whole lot and gone to the passing quite a bit.
Bruce says not only has his approach to the game changed very little, but he doesn't believe the game itself is all that different, with the exception of rules and equipment.
Basically, it's still who gets there firstest with the mostest, I suppose, and it's still contact football. I feel like it hasn't really changed that much. Just some of the rules have changed over.
After serving his country in World War II, Brew went on to play football at the Citadel, a military school where he developed some of his coaching ideals.
It gave me a sense of discipline, and this is what I try to require from our kids today even, and it's getting tougher and tougher to get, however, but we do try to have this, and it helps quite a bit to have that as something in the background to pull out and bring forward.
Brew now serves in an administrative role at Paintsville as director of pupil personnel. And like Coach Keith at Clay County, he has never won a state championship, but has finished Class A runners-up twice in 1978 and 85. And he says winning a state title is not everything.
I'm a little bit disappointed probably not winning a state championship, but yet I've had so much success with individual kids out there that's enough for me. Of course, state championships are great and nice, and but there are other things too.
At 60 years of age, Brew says as long as he feels as good as he does now and is doing his job well, he will continue to do what he loves. And he says he never dreads a new season that usually begins in 90-degree heat.
I love it. I love it. I love it to get out there when it's the 1st of August or the latter part of July when we first go out and get things going. I'm the height of glory when I hit the field.
Paintsville head football coach, Walter Brew. Second half action between Paintsville and Clay County is up next, so please stay with us. Halftime here at Paintsville High School Gymnasium. We hope you enjoyed our halftime features on head coach Bobby Keith and the Clay County Tigers and Paintsville's head football coach Walter Brew. Taking a quick look at the scoring here at halftime. Only 2 men in double figures, 1 for each team. That's Keith Atkins for Paintsville with 10. And then we have with 12 points for Clay County, Richie Farmer. From there, 8 to Mike Minix, 8 to Joey Couch, 6 to John Pelfrey, 3 to Jared Gray. For Clay County, 8 to Russ Farmer, 5 points to Russell Chadwell, and 4 points to Charlie Robinson. Kevin Jackson did not score, and Eugene Rawlings came off the bench and got a couple of points. And quickly, some statistics, gentlemen. First of all, for Paintsville, Cat, they're on top here at intermission, 35-31.
Well, Jeff, Paintsville has controlled the ball a little better, I think, than the Clay County Tigers have. They've only turned the ball over 3 times, and they have pulled down 12 rebounds. So, and John Pelfrey is the big man there with 5 so far.
Kenny, Clay County, you trail it by 4.
Clay County with a slight edge in rebounds. They got 15 the first half, according to my stats, but they had 7 turnovers. So
there you see Clay County just emerging from the locker room as the time expires here at halftime. So head coach Bobby Keith, sure he had some words for his players at intermission here, just now getting back out on the floor. Let's talk a little bit now what we're going to see in the second half. Clay County has not shot well in the first half, but Paintsville has been awesome more or less, and I think maybe we are seeing their size dominance be a big factor in the first half. What about the second half, Cat, from your perspective?
Well, I feel like Paintsville is just too strong for the Tigers. Of course, if they can manage to get a good high percentage of their shots down, they don't have to worry about that board strength. So I think Clay County is just going to have to shoot the lights out here in order to come back in the second half.
Clay County shooting percentage a little bit better than it looked like. I've got them 15 for 31, 48%. They restarted off cold. But as the sign said, we're at the home of the Mighty Tigers. Home court advantage worth something.
Right.
Thank you very much for that nice sign for the fans here in Paintsville. They also did something like that for us when we were in McGoffin County when they played Syersville, the McGoffin County Hornets.
Jeff, we've got a real good welcome every place we've gone in eastern Kentucky this year.
We certainly have, and unfortunate to say, this is our final regular season broadcast as Mike Minix warms up the net to start this second half from long range and puts Paintsville on top 37-31. We're talking plans right now of maybe bringing you some regional tournament action. We'll let you know more about that later on. But right now, this is it for the regular season. Richie Farmer hits. He has 4 points now, 37-33. Clay County by 4.
Jeff, Richie jumped so well that Minix is he's got a hand on him. He's playing excellent defense, but he needs to be about 4 inches taller.
Shot no good by the Paintsville Tigers. Rebound down to Clay County.
Looks like Coach Keith has decided to drop out of that 1-3-1, go 2-3 zone this half.
Farmer with a rainbow, no good. Rebound, fought for and taken away by Jared Gray from Kevin Jackson. Inside, Couch puts it up, and he's fouled.
The guy fouled Couch, but he suffered all the consequences. That 240 pounds sent the kid all the way across the lane.
It goes on number 40, Charlie Robinson, and he'll go out of the game as he picks up his 3rd. Team first in this half on Clay County. And checking in is Eugene Rawlings, the 6th man for Clay County. Sends Joey Couch to the free throw line where Joey has not been tonight. He's a 64% free throw shooter. He's good on the front one. Average is 11.6 a game.
Jeff trying to block a shot on him, trying to block a Mack truck.
Good again. Paintsville again by 6, 39-33. 6:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. Farmer in the corner to his brother Russ. Shot no good. Rebound. Pelfrey finally comes down with it. Gets it to Minix. Mike on the far side straight away. Atkins. Now Pelfrey. And almost lost, but Pelfrey comes up with it and pulls up and shoots no good. Rebound down to Chadwell. From the corner, Richie Farmer, no good. Shot blocked and gets his own rebound. Clay County fans wanting a foul. And putting it up and in.
Jeff,
that's Russ Chadwell.
Pelfrey is tall enough to get over there and block Farmer's shot. That's what I was saying a while ago. If Minix were about 4 inches higher, he could probably do the same thing. But it's hard to block his shot with a man his size.
Paintsville coming with full court pressure, and Keith Atkins whistled for a foul for grabbing a hold of Russ Chadwell. on Keith, number 2, team first in the half.
I believe the foul was Chadwell fouling.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
My bad. Paintsville has the basketball, not Clay County. Inside couch. No good. Foul is on Russ Chadwell.
There's 2 quick ones.
Yeah, Russ whistled with 2 very quick ones. And that is the 3rd team foul in the half on Clay County. Charlie Robinson returns for Bobby Keith. Eugene Rawlings will take a seat on the bench. And Joey Couch will be at the free throw line where he just hit on a pair of them. Joey with, on the night, 9 points. I shouldn't make that 10. Joe good this time.
Joey, I believe, high 60% free throw shooter this season.
He is there once more time. Paintsville by 6 again, 41-35. High school basketball on WIMT-TV. I'm Jeff Franklin along with Chad Sizemore, Ken Jones. We thank you for joining us. Slapped out of bounds. No, there's a foul. Be on Paintsville. Let's see, as head Dickie Hall comes over and gives the indication. It's on Kevin Jacks. Check that. It's on Joey Couch, excuse me. Joey's first, and now that's the team first on Paintsville.
Jeff Pelfrey just blocked another shot there prior to that foul, so he's beginning to make his presence felt out on the floor.
Eugene Rawlings back into the game there, number 54, Charlie Robinson out again. In the corner, Richie Farmer. Jared Gray with a rebound, rolls it up the floor to Minix. Mike in backcourt. Now to Atkins, Keith off the mark. Jackson with a rebound. Down to Farmer. Richie puts it up. It won't go. Fight for the loose basketball. Pelfrey and Jackson. They say it'll go to Clay County on the alternating possession. And there you see head coach Bill Mike Grunion. He's a bit upset with things right now.
Well, Pelfrey just lost the handle on him. He had the rebound and dropped the ball.
In the corner, Chadwell. Now Russell pull up and hit.
Really got up on that one.
He has 9 points. It's a 4-point game now, 41-37. And there's a turnover. A chance to cut it to 2. Chadwell does. That's the first time since early in this game. And now Paintsville wants a timeout. Bill Mike Grunion up calling for the timeout. But I think he wants a word with the official Dickie Hall instead of talking with his team. It comes with 4:45 to play third quarter, and Paintsville's lead has been cut to 2 at 41-39.
Kelly Chevrolet Olds, a winning combination, now offering good deals with special discounts on...
Throughout this basketball game for the Paintsville Tigers has now been trimmed to 1 at 41-39 with 4:45 to play in the third quarter. And it will be Paintsville's basketball to bring the lake to the floor. You saw Russ Farmer standing out of bounds. Think he was trying to accuse the official there, maybe?
You can't blame him for trying to. Jeff, something that happened there a minute ago caused him to lose the ball. Paintsville's been passing the ball up the floor and been successful with it all night. That time they tried to dribble it all the way up the floor and lost it.
Atkins working against Russ Farmer, goes all the way to the baseline, puts it up, no good. But he's fouled. Officials Marvin Moore and Dickie Hall conferring, and we'll get the indication from Dickie Hall. It's on Charlie Robinson, and that is his fourth. He will, I'm sure, get up. Or rather, we'll see a replacement. No. Bobby Keith not going to his bench yet, as he'll leave Charlie Robinson in there with 4 fouls.
Kenny, did you think that maybe the officials were trying to decide whether that was offensive or defensive foul that time?
He jumped back. Keith jumped back from the baseline.
He could have called it offensive.
It could have gone either way, right.
Atkins, a 77% free throw shooter, misses the first one, but this one, it won't. Oh, my God! It finally goes down. Around and around and around she goes.
I tell you, that was a waltz on the moonlight night.
42-39. Paintsville on the break. Minix. Turnover. Chadwell. Here's a chance now for Clay to cut it to 1. 42-39. Paintsville. Man-to-man inside. Robinson. No good. Pelfrey gets a rebound. Robinson just flat whipped Pelfrey that time. Inside, Couch up. No. Pelfrey back up. John, no good. Boy, I tell you what, there's some knocking and banging going on underneath. You're seeing it up close and personal. It goes on Paintsville.
It's on Pelfrey.
It's on John Pelfrey. On Pelfrey, his third. Team second on Paintsville. Clay County fans, of course, love it. Paintsville fans not happy at all.
Clay County with another chance here to cut it to 1. They got a good shot last time, just rolled off.
Paintsville just gone to his own defense, looks like.
Farmer, Chadwell. Now Russ kicks it off to Richie. A screen. He's got the shot. He makes it. Farmer with 16. It's a one-point game now. 42-41. 3:20 to play in the third quarter. That's Atkins guarded by Chadwell. Keith had a notion. Inside Couch, up, in. He's fouled. It'll go on Rawlings, number 54. Gives Joey the bucket. He has 14. The foul goes on Eugene Rawlings, his first. Team fourth on Clay County.
I think there you have a senior with all of his experience taking advantage of a young sophomore. Of course, he's a big sophomore, but he's inexperienced.
Joey Couch to complete a three-point trip. He does. 45-41. Paintsville again by 4 as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Farmer short. Rebound to Richie Farmer. He's got a screen again. This time it won't go down. Rebound down to Todd Birchall now into the game for Paintsville. Baseline. John Pelfrey can't get it to go. Again, John can't get it to go. Now Minix. High kicks it. 47-41. Paintsville again by 6. Baseline. Russ Farmer, no. But there to put it back up and in, Kevin Jackson, his first 2 of the game. Jackson averages 9.1 a game. 47-43. Paintsville again by 4 with 2 minutes now to play in the game, third quarter, I should say. And Atkins has it. Puts Paintsville up again by 6. Folks, this is a classic Mountain High School basketball game. Oh, what a block. Todd Birchall volleyballed that one into the wall.
Jeff, this one for bragging rights in the mountains and also for, I believe one of the coaches said today, for momentum going into the regional tournaments.
That's right. From the corner, Chadwell, no. Rebound, Jackson and Atkins bump, and Jackson will be called for the foul.
Jackson did look like he came over his shoulder there, Jeff.
On Jackson, that's his third. And now Bobby Keith has Charlie Robinson with 4, Kevin Jackson with 3.
Tell you, the fouls are really going to make this game difficult in the last quarter for both of these teams.
That is the 15th foul on Clay County. It puts Paintsville in the bonus from here on in. And coming into the game now for Clay County is Charlie Robinson. He returns. He was on the bench. And instead of Kevin Jackson going out with 3 fouls, you see Eugene Rawlings heading to the bench. Keith Atkins, free throw good. Keith 2 of 3 at the line, as I said earlier, a 77% free throw shooter. He averages 13.4 a game. He has 14 tonight. He had 19 Tuesday night when Paintsville defeated Sheldon Clark in INS 94-60. Both teams have just 2 games left on their schedule. Paintsville next week, Prestonsburg, Elliott County. Things are not any easier for Clay County as Atkins hits both of them. Tuesday night at Kaywood. Friday night, a week from tonight, they will be at Breathitt County. Both of the games remaining for Clay County on the road. That's Russell Farmer hitting.
They had to have that one, Jeff. That one a big basket by Russ.
Back to 6, 51-45. Minix is fouled. That'll be on Russ Farmer. Number 2.
Kenny, I think you'll probably see Clay County get a lot more aggressive here now in this last quarter.
If they can, Kat, they're getting in foul trouble here.
That's the only way they're going to be able to play. Looks like is go after them and hope that they don't foul out.
And Paintsville's a good free throw shooting team, excuse me. Mike Minix at the line. Mike's a 68% free throw shooter. First time there tonight. He has 13 points. Paintsville as a team shoots 68% from the free throw line. Minix, no. Rebound down to Jackson. (52-45) with 1:04 to play, third quarter. Baseline, Farmer goes to the hoop, plays it off the window. Nice move by Farmer. Russ Farmer has 12 points, all from the field.
Pelfrey kind of backed off a little bit there with the 3 fouls. He didn't want to commit that 4th one, so he kind of let him have that inside.
45 seconds to play, third quarter. It's a 5-point Paintsville lead. They have the ball. See if the Tigers will work it down for 1. They're being very patient right now. That's Atkins and Minix, the guards out front, handling the ball. Now Minix dribbles through the double team. So 15 seconds left, third quarter. 52-47. Paintsville by 5. Atkins, good. Keith, 14 from the field. And that's the end of the third quarter. Time expires. And after 3 stops in this basketball game, Paintsville continues to lead it. Ahead now, 54-47. Ball game, Paintsville leading 54-47. Folks don't go away because it's far from over, and it'll be right down to the wire before it's all over with. Wouldn't you agree?
This one going to the wire, it's a good basketball game. I think the difference right now at the free throw line, Jeff, Clay County, rather, has only been there 3 times and hit 1.
Clay County.
Paintsville's only committed two fouls here in the second half, so they're not even in the bonus yet.
Clay County in jeopardy of losing a 12-game win streak coming in tonight.
I'll tell you what, Clay County getting within 2 or 3 points of Paintsville here, let those guys know that they're still going to be in this game this fourth quarter. That kind of tightened things up for both teams, I think. Give Clay County hope, plus Paintsville knows that they're going to be there.
You know, Clay County only 1 loss on the season, 23-1. They also have a very fine girls basketball team at Clay County. They only have 1 loss right now also. One of the favorites to win the 13th region, if not the favorite, once again this year. Clay a chance to cut it with a bucket here. No on the shot. Back up. Chadwell, he can't get it to fall. And on the rebound, Chadwell is whistled for the foul.
That was Pelfrey's 11th rebound so far tonight, Jeff. So he's been playing very, very hard underneath there.
And Chadwell is third. And, of course, Paintsville now in the bonus from here on in. And John Pelfrey will be at the free throw line. He's the only Paintsville starter not to go there tonight. John, 78% free throw shooter, but he can't get at the ball. And it's touched out of bounds. Last by Clay County. Tigers will maintain possession. They'll put it in underneath their bucket. Atkins inside Couch. Joey's shot is short. Pelfrey, no good. Pelfrey again, blocked out of his hands and stolen away by Farmer.
On the baseline.
But the ball hit the end line.
Too many head fakes. He probably should have gone back up quicker.
So, Paintsville will play it in underneath their goal again. Atkins will do so. Comes in to Minix. He puts it in. Mike with 16. Bobby Keith wants a timeout. He's going to have some words with Marvin Moore.
He thinks his men are getting pushed around a little bit.
Charlie Robinson hit the floor there on the inbounds play, and I believe that Bobby thinks Pelfrey may have helped him hit the floor.
Well, it didn't look like there was that much contact, but just good aggressive basketball.
At any rate, it's his third timeout of the game. It comes with 6:18 to play in the contest. Paintsville on top by 10.
While winter limits outdoor activity.
Bobby Keith to have a word with Marvin Moore, one of our officials. Might make a correction. Our officials tonight, one from the 16th region, one from the 15th. Marvin Moore out of the 16th region, while Dickie Hall represents the 15th region.
Tell you, Marvin Moore has worked the state tournament. He's a veteran official. Of course, Dickie's been around a while, too. So both these guys are very capable officials.
Marvin has worked the championship game, I know. Plus, he also officiates college basketball. I know he officiates at the OVC level. But it's a 10-point lead for Paintsville with 6:15 to play. Clay County in the ball. Baseline, Farmer. Russ off to Richie. Now Chadwell puts it up. No. Couch clears it out. And boy, Joey threw a wicked elbow. And now Bobby Keith has been slapped for the team. And he's going after Marvin Moore.
Because he's up the sideline there. If he's not careful, they may get him again.
Joey Couch did come down with what looked like a wicked elbow, but then again, it might have been a good acting job.
Well, he was trying to protect the ball. He may have brushed the guy, but he was trying to protect the ball. It wasn't a intentional swinging thing. It didn't look like that.
Technical foul on the bench. It'll be 2 free throws. Keith Atkins drops the front one through. You'll get another one. Tigers. Good again. Tigers now with their biggest lead of 12 points, 61-49.
Jeff, I don't know if Coach Keith intended to do that, but lots of times when a team gets down a little bit in the latter part of the game, the coach will get in a technical call, hoping that he'll get the officials on his side, you know, and so.
Inside, Minix, shot no good. Robinson gets it. Clay County comes on the attack, trailing by 12. Farmer, baseline. Richie puts it up, he hits. Richie's been silent of late. His second 2 points, second field goal, I should say, in this half.
I'll tell you the type of player he is, he'll be wanting that ball every time down the floor now.
And now Paintsville, let's see. It'll go to Clay County. 65-53, Paintsville by 12, 3.5 to play. That's Russ Farmer. He has 14 all from the field. 65-55, turnover. But Clay County can't get it to drop. And now a foul in backcourt called on Richie Farmer. On Richie, number 2. At the line will be Keith Atkins for Paintsville.
Keith had to get back in and get that rebound on the other end because he just turned the ball over. Coach didn't like that.
Keith is 5 of 6 at the line tonight.
Clay County won't catch up, Jeff, by putting Paintsville at the line. Too good a shooting team from the free throw line to gain any advantage in that.
Robinson comes out for Clay County. Rawlings back in. Atkins, he's there again. Keith, 6 of 7 at the free throw line to go along with 14 points from the field. That's Russ Farmer missing, and rebound down to Couch. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark. Atkins falls down. Farmer comes up with it, drives, lays it in, and they'll whistle Keith Atkins for a foul. On Keith, number 3.
Jeff, Keith just lost his footing coming up the floor with the ball there, and of course I thought the official had good judgment by not calling a foul. It looked bad, but
give Russell Chadwell the bucket, and he'll also be at the free throw line, but Bill Mike Runyon and the Paintsville Tigers have called a timeout. Only his first of the game. It comes with 2:58 to play in the contest, and Paintsville leads Clay County by 10, 67-57.
Hello, I'm Jim Naggard. I'm running for Secretary of State because I want to be a part of the leadership that will shape our future. Like you, I want my children to grow up and prosper in a state that offers many opportunities. In order for this to happen, we must have dedicated leaders with vision, energy, and enthusiasm to meet the challenges that lie ahead. Your next Secretary of State must do more than just draw salary at the expense of the taxpayers. He must promote Kentucky's people and resources so that Kentucky can become the great state it can be.
Why wait until springtime to shop for a mobile home when prices...
All game, Paintsville has been to the charity stripe 23 times to Clay County 6. But Russ Farmer will be there to complete a three-point play if he can hit.
A lot of the difference there, Jeff, on the free throws being, of course, the type of defenses that are being played. Clay County full court, all over. Paintsville, more of his own layback team.
67-58. Atkins, Trent hemmed in the corner. Now he gets it off. Clay County fans wanting the 5-second call.
I think you're going to see Paintsville go to their four-corner type offense here, try to take as much time as they can off that board.
Well, they certainly have the ball handlers to do so, but Pelfrey gets it inside and puts it up and in. John has 10. Paintsville again by 11, 69-58. That's Farmer. Kicks it off Chadwell. Chadwell inside, no good, and Couch with a strong rebound. Coming upon 2 minutes to play in the game. Paintsville has led it by as many as 12. They have the ball, an 11-point lead right now. Pelfrey inside, up, in, too hard. Rebound down to Couch. Joey puts it up and in. Joey Couch with 19 points.
I tell you, Coach Claiborne's thinking about using this kid as a defensive end or a linebacker. Looks like he'd make a good one if they play that way on the football field.
Richie Farmer from long range. He has 22. It cuts it to an 11-point game at 71-60 with 1:32 to play in this basketball game. Well, please forgive the tired expression, but the road to Rupp will start in 2 weeks. District tournaments in the regions. The girls' state is first this year, and then the boys is second at Rupp Arena in Lexington. There's a blocking foul called on Richie Farmer as he fouled Keith Atkins.
Well, at this point, they're trying to get, the ball back. They need the ball, and they'll do anything in order to get the ball or stop the clock. So I think he was hoping to get a charging foul there, but he never got his feet set.
Atkins at the free throw line again, where Chief has only missed one time tonight. He's good again, 7 of 8. 14 points from the field, 7 field goals, 7 free throws rather, 21 points, make it 22. Tigers well on their way to placing, that's Paintsville that is, as Farmer misses the shot. Chadwell back up with it, no good. Couch clears it out. Paintsville will place 4 men in double figures again tonight. They do it just about every time out.
Jeff, if I were having to vote for valuable player tonight, I'm afraid I would have to vote for Joey Couch because he's done it all tonight.
Pelfrey all the way down off the window. John with 12 now. Under a minute to play in the game, and this one, folks, is just about in the bag. Shot inside, no good by Farmer. And on the alternating possession, as Burchell and Farmer come down tied up, it'll stay with Clay County. 53 seconds left in the game. Inside, Chadwell up, no good, but a foul.
Good power move to the basket that time.
It'll go on John Pelfrey.
They worked that little lob on the out of bounds on the other end in the first half, and it was very successful. Of course, it worked again here.
On John, number 4 at the line, Russ Chadwell.
Jeff, these kids aren't very tall on the Clay County Tigers, but I was noticing prior to the game there that they had 3 or 4 kids that could get up and dunk that ball with ease.
Free throw good by Chadwell. 3 of 4 at the line, making 4 of 5. To go along with his 12 points from the field, he has 16 tonight. 75-62. Paintsville by 13 with 43 ticks left. Minix inside, block, and a foul. It'll either be on Russ Farmer or Russ Chadwell. They say it'll go on Russ Farmer.
Clay County's averaging around 30, 31 rebounds per game with a team primarily 6 feet and under.
Right.
So they can't be standing flat on the floor.
They're good jumpers.
At the line, Minix, he'll be there to shoot 2. Mike's free throw, good. I asked Bobby Keith this week. In fact, I asked both coaches this week, do you think this will be a high-scoring game? Coach Keith told me low 70s. Mike Minix said, or I should say, Bill Mike Runyon said, no, I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game.
Well, both teams play very aggressive, good defense. Of course, Clay County with that quickness, you know, they're very effective with their defense.
Joey Couch checks out to the roar of the crowd as Minix drops the free throw through. And now Bill Mike Runyon may let each one of his seniors exit.
He has a totally new team in right now, Jeff.
We'll pick him up with 39 ticks on the clock. Paintsville up by 15, 77-62. Farmer banks it home. Richie with 24. That's Holbrook to the window and puts it in. He double dribbled.
They got him for double dribbling.
Into the lineup, Jeremy Holbrook, Greg Adams, Mike Cooley, Jerry Pelfrey, and I can't pick up the other Tiger into the game at the moment. Oh, that also in the game, as you see the bucket, Farmer is good. Also into the game for Paintsville. We want to give everybody recognition. Jerry Pelfrey, that's John Pelfrey's younger brother, who's a sophomore.
And Mike Trimble picking up a good block that time for Clay County.
And Mike Trimble's the 5th Tiger that I couldn't identify. No, Lance Daniels now with a ball and in the game. Didn't know if Lance would play tonight. I was over here yesterday, and he wasn't even practicing. He had the flu. He said he had dressed tonight, and he's seeing some action now. Foul on Paintsville. I don't know who it's on. It's really academic at this point. Or I should say Clay County.
Most of the crowd standing up right now, Jeff. Hard to pick it up from our vantage point.
We're way up top at this gymnasium in Paintsville, and it's all over. Paintsville has defeated Clay County by 11, 77-66. The 7th-ranked Paintsville Tigers have beaten the number 2-ranked Clay County Tigers. And next week, we'll see if there's a change in the Associated Press top 10 poll. You can bet there will be. And who knows, maybe these two teams will meet again next month at Rupp Arena. Again, the final. Paintsville wins it 77-66.
WYMT-TV Sports Productions has presented mountain basketball at its best. Today's game between the Tigers of Clay County and the Paintsville Tigers has been brought to you by